continuing to follow, and this story or this news came out yesterday afternoon about CMPD making 24 arrests and citing 13 parents after a teen takeover at Romare Bearden Park. WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris is here in studio. Miles, you've been following this story. I had to do a double take when I saw this story because I thought it was I don't know. Maybe I thought I was like, okay, did we just do this?
We did. No. It was like, what is going on?
I'm like,
right now?
Are we like recycling it? But it's a new it was a new takeover.
Yeah, no, it was literally like a new takeover, a bigger takeover, obviously, according to those arrests, because the arrests that they had in the same park, in the same area the weekend before, they had 16 arrests. But this one, obviously, a little bit more impactful, where they're arresting over 20 teens, most of them being juveniles. But what's also interesting about this, though, too, is that we did get a chance to sit down and talk with CMPD yesterday about these takeovers. And the biggest emphasis for them is like, hey, reminders for families, for community members, the importance of these curfews. Teens shouldn't be out around these Romare Bearden parks, these Camp North Ends, these North Look malls, these places after curfew, right? Yeah. And so that's the biggest thing. And so the bigger other takeaway from that, though, as well, as you saw that there were also 13 adults that were also given citations for that as well. Again, part of this crackdown from CMPD mentioning to us that it takes a village, that they're going to need everybody to be a part of this. Another interesting stat that I mentioned last week, and also reminders that businesses could also be held liable and accountable for this stuff, though, too. If these teens are congregating in these areas and they're leading to these takeovers, businesses could also be at fault for that as well. And so this is all part of that takedown. But going specifically to the one that happened this past Saturday, I got a chance to talk to somebody that lived out in the Uptown area. I know that they were saying around 200. They were thinking it might have been 300 or 400 teens.
Oh, wow.
And so he's like, I'm seeing it online. These kids and these teens are coming from all over the place. And he's finding out about it after the fact, unfortunately. But he's like, they're looking like they're getting on the blue line. They're meeting up at these places and just doing all types of stuff that we probably wouldn't trust a teen to do necessarily. Yeah. And so I know that in this latest one as well, that a firearm was also seized from that one. I know that, like, even when there's street takeovers or not, we've seen fireworks go off on this one as well. And so that's obviously the big concern, whether you live in the Uptown area or you're just around the Uptown area. It's definitely a concern, which is why CMPD is obviously trying to crack down on this as we obviously get deeper into these summer months.
How late are these teens out? Because I'm just thinking about, Romare Bearden Park, not far from the football stadium or soccer stadium, whatever you want to call it, Bank of America Stadium. Yeah. And like literally right across the street from Truist Field.
Right. It's a hot spot. It's a hot spot.
So is this late? Because some of the the games will
go into this is like a little after. This is after that, though, too. These are around like 11, 12. Okay. So these are late. These are later on. And even CMPD was like, your teen should not be out in Uptown or in that.
Because I'm thinking even 9 o'clock is too late for my teen to be out. I don't want to pass judgment that.
No. Yeah, and that's the biggest reminder, though, too, is that CMPD is like, these parents, you have to know where your kids are. You have to know who they're hanging around with. And again, like, they shouldn't be in these areas unsupervised at these hours. And also, how are they getting there? So a lot of questions, obviously a lot of concerns, but as we can see, based on those numbers from CMPD, they're trying to crack down on this before it gets more out of hand.
Yeah.